Why did we do this at 7?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know why. It's because Jet has an orthodontist appointment that I have to go to.
So my voice is going to be probably a little lower than normal until we get going.
Yeah.
It's always like an octave down first thing in the morning. So if we're like rubbing our eyes and like
We're trying not to.
a little slow, just give us a few minutes and we'll wake up, I promise. Anyway, hi. It's good to see you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have your thing with comments and like so you can
I
see
do.
what
Yeah.
people had messages on there?
We'll get to those in a minute. we gotta say hey and welcome. We're in the solar shed. We're hanging out this morning. And the reason we're here, like we said in the title of the video, is that we're gonna be taking a little bit of a break.
Yes.
Do we know how long?
We don't.
This is undetermined. Not that we're taking a
super
break.
long.
Like we're just not gonna be putting out videos regularly for a little bit.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were taking a break?
Yeah.
We can't.
We're taking a break from videos so that we can do a whole bunch of stuff here.
We are super behind on all the things.
Yeah.
Especially video. Typically we try to be like a week ahead. But right now it's like we work, we edit that video and it goes out the next day. Yeah. So it's like
it's tight.
It's
real
too tight for us.
Also, I feel like we're definitely at the phase of the Casa de Caca build where it's like
we just need to push through.
We are nearing the end of it, and I feel like if we're making a video every single day we work on it, we're just kind of slowing ourselves down to a certain extent. Yeah. So we want to really like dig into this building and get it done.
And make really good video about more than just one thing.
Right, I want to give you a little more closure each video, right? But really, I mean, the big thing is we've got to get this outhouse building finished so that we can get going on the house. We don't feel like we have like the mental capacity
to even look at it.
To move on.
I don't even look at it when I drive up. I just ignore it, and I know it's going to be there.
Right, and if you don't know, the foundation has been sort of brought up and leveled and compacted. They brought in, was it like 600 tons of A-B mix?
Yeah.
So the pad is prepped for us to start working, but we just...
There's so many things. Can we list all the things that need to get done before the house?
Before the house? I mean, if you want.
Well, are we going to, like... Okay, obviously the bathroom needs to be done.
It'd
but
be nice,
I feel like we can get that done here in the next week or two.
Well, here's the question. When you say done, does that mean that the outside is plastered done?
Yes. It's such a small building. Like, we can put that whole base coat on, like, one day.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a 2-day process of finishing it, the outside.
Yeah. So somebody asked, what is A-B mix? That's a good question.
I don't know what it stands for, but it's, like, got clay and gravel and soil. It's a mix that compacts extremely well.
When you wet, it's kind of like how we earth bag. It's like it's a mix that when you wet it down, and then in this case, when they drive over it with heavy machinery, it compacts it down. It makes it really, really hard. It's a strong foundation to work on because our soil is just. I mean, if it's just by itself and you just wet it down and tamp it, it's not that solid.
It is for a period of time. This is like, so when they add the mix, they put on about 4 to 6 inches, and then they bring in the water truck and completely saturate it, run over it with that heavy truck, and that compacts it.
And the other reason for that is, for a house pad, a normal house pad, I mean, you would still be doing footings, you'd be digging trenches for utilities and stuff like that, and you don't want those to be caving in, right? And so we're kind of running into that issue, which we'll talk about in a little bit, because we are putting a septic in for the house too, and the huge hole for the septic is definitely caving in, and because it's all sand. It's just all sand. It's not very safe over there, so we want to get that finished up. So we'll talk about that later. So anyway, we want to get the outhouse done. I mean, I would love to get the chicken garden usable for the chickens at the very least. Maybe not the garden part of it, but at least like stucco the inner circle and get some doors on so that they can go live in their chicken palace. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know that I need that done before we start the house, though.
I know. It's such a project that's like, again, I haven't been up there for so long just because I know that it makes me a little sad that we're not finishing it right now.
I know. It was such a big project and it took so long, and it's this huge, beautiful building.
When it's done.
And I'm like, we need to be using it somehow, like even if it's just partially using it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We would like to get some closure on that building.
It's also just a lot of, it's a huge expense right now too. That project is a ton of stucco that we have to buy.
That's true. It's a lot of stucco.
Like truckloads of stucco. So that's a huge expense that, and we're like, do we just focus on the house with all of our expense and
that's tough.
Wait on the chicken garden? I don't know.
Anyway,
so many things we gotta figure out.
But the main thing is we really want to get the outhouse kind of buttoned up, and then there's a whole bunch of things just here on the homestead. We've got meat bird processing, chickens coming up. They're they're grown, they're ready to go, and we need to make some time to harvest them. What else? I don't know. I mean, there's
so many.
Guys, listen.
We have dentist appointments coming out. Like, it's like all these things that just like happen all at once, like doctor stuff and
so that's we need a little bit of time. Again, we're not taking a break from working necessarily. We hope to get like a lot done, but we're just taking a little time off from making those videos all the time. Now, that doesn't mean like our tiny shiny homies, our membership supporters, will be giving them updates, regular updates. They won't be like full videos. They'll be more just like walking around, showing what's going on, that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's kind of where we're at. That's what's going on.
Also, we're really tired. Can you tell?
I don't know. I feel like I'm waking up.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Yeah.
I'm not.
What else? What else is going on? Oh, want to talk about music?
Oh, yeah. We should talk about our music.
Okay, here's the thing. We are changing. I know you guys like the music we pick, and we really like it too. And for, I would say, years, people have been asking us to create playlists of the songs that we choose, which is a lot of work. So for a while, we listed like the name of the song and the artist when it came up on the screen or when we started playing it. And we've done that for a while, but I think we're actually going to be moving away from that. And I think part of the reason we just feel like it's kind of distracting, like, because they're not really related to what we're doing. Like, we love the background music, but if we're showing that artist while you're watching our thing, it's kind of takes you out of it a little bit. So that being said, we won't be listing the song titles and the names, but we are going to be making a playlist for our homies. So the homies, they already have got access to this. We're starting with the Casa de Caca.
We'll be adding like the Chicken Garden playlist, the Shed playlist.
Well, not necessarily.
Over time.
Well, moving forward, new videos that we put out, we'll be creating playlists.
Well, I'm going back and doing the Shed video.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They deserve that.
So the Casa de Caca video or playlist already has like 160 songs in it. So it's a lot of work to go back through, find all those artists, put them into a playlist. But anyway, yeah, so if you're a Tiny Shiny Homie, we've got a new topic, a new section, and we'll be doing new posts, and there's both Apple Music and Spotify playlists of the Casa de Caca right now, and as we put new videos out for the outhouse build, we keep adding to that. So yeah, I think it's a fun little Easter egg for those people that are supporting us each month. And so far, everybody really likes it. Here, I'll show you. I've got it on my phone. Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Apple Music. See? Just.
Can you change the photo that comes up? Like, couldn't it be like the
I
bathroom?
don't think I can change it in Apple Music. I might be able to change it in Spotify.
That would be cool if it was like the bathroom showed up.
Yeah. I don't know of any other music services that would be worth making a playlist for. Does anybody not like use some other weird
those are pretty
music
much the main
service
two.
that we aren't thinking of? If so, let us know. But anyway, are we ready to answer questions?
Mm-hmm.
We just want to let you know about the playlist because I'm pretty excited about it, and I think it's a cool way to actually go listen to those songs without having to do a bunch of work yourself.
Right. You just have to be a Tang Shang homie. And
That's true.
like
Yeah.
even like the smallest is what, $3 a month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're paying for the music at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Fun new things going on.
Yeah.
As if we didn't have anything else to do, right?
Yeah, right. That's what we do in our spare time.
Right. All right, so let's see if we have any questions.
This is the awkward time.
Sorry.
Welcome.
Here's a random question. Have we ever played disc golf?
No.
That is a left field question.
I have been on a disc
We have.
golf.
I've taken the
course.
kids to a disc golf course. Remember in that
vaguely
the
remember
really
seeing
cool
it.
Goblin. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The state park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Goblin Valley?
I don't remember.
Huh.
Goblin.
We did some
something.
disc golf at Goblin Valley. That was fun.
Is it? No, that doesn't sound right.
Valley, Goblin.
It's a state park.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Valley. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, that's a great question to get us started. I love it. Sorry,
What if
there's
we
no
just freeze?
questions.
What if
There's
we
no
just
questions.
freeze?
Hold on. Will we still do occasional lives? Maybe. I mean, it's not like we're gonna take like 2 months off.
No.
Just like
a week or two.
yeah, like not that long. Yeah.
No, not. We just really need to record a bunch to get ahead on video.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
And get this bathroom done.
Let's see. Pigs. Someone said pigs.
Yes, we got pigs. They're
pigs.
Berkshire, Duroc, and Blue Butt Cross.
Excuse me?
Blue Butt.
So these are different than our first pigs. Our
Yeah, we first had
pigs
coonies.
were coonies, and they took a really long time to grow.
We harvested it at like 16 to 18 months, and then they were only 150 and 175 pounds.
Yeah.
These guys we will harvest at between 6 and 8 months, and they'll be over 300 pounds.
Right. And so the coonies, we actually chose slow growing pigs on purpose
Yeah.
because when we got them, we knew we didn't have anywhere to
No freezer.
nowhere to store them. We didn't have a power system when we
Yeah.
got them, but we knew that we hoped eventually we would have our solar system, we'd have a deep freeze. So we were playing the long game with the coonies. But now that we've got more space and we've got the power and we do have a deep freeze, these pigs will get much, much bigger,
We
much,
do have a
much
little
faster.
bit of a problem though.
What's wrong?
Do you know how much 300 pounds of pork is going to be in that freezer? Like, we're going to probably have to get another freezer.
I'll just put it back on the solar shed
Yeah,
again.
that would be the meat freezer.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
I
don't
mean,
know.
we probably will. I'm serious. We'll see. We might go through those chickens real fast.
We might. Yeah, I forgot the chicken soon. Yeah, too.
That's going to fill up the freezer.
Let's see. What are we grilling soon? I don't know.
Well,
Chicken?
Well, this Sunday, I did like a bunch of meal prep for the week.
That's true.
Which I haven't done for so long because we've been working
But are
every
we
day.
grilling?
No, but listen, I made meatballs on the grill.
Can
They were really good.
Can we talk about our grill for this is a great question. So we have a Green Mountain Grill pellet smoker and we love it so much. We've had a Green Mountain Grill pellet smoker since we first started traveling.
2018.
We had a little one and now I have a big one.
Yeah.
It runs off of wood pellets and basically like 12 volt. So that's how we were able to like boondock in the middle of nowhere, smoke delicious meats or pizzas or cookies or breads or whatever. It's like an oven, but it smokes.
It can be an oven, a grill, and a smoker. It's amazing.
You should look into it.
Also, they have attachments that you can put a pizza oven on it.
So many attachments.
I really want that.
And like
and
a
they
rotisserie.
Have a
Yeah. Guys, we're nerding out a little bit. Yeah.
Meat.
Will we upload shorts from time to time? Yeah, we need to do more shorts.
We always forget. We should do that. Maybe we can do shorts in our time off.
Maybe.
We could do like here's a little.
Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed that everyone's trying to be TikTok and that it's like a whole new, like, oh, you have to make a new video format.
It's
now.
also like you have to record completely different, which means
vertically,
you're recording things twice. It's
Yeah.
just kind of frustrating for creators that do regular video.
Don't mind us. Yes, we'll probably make some shorts.
That's a good idea. We should do that just to keep everybody updated.
Am I growing my hair until the house is finished? Here's the story. When we were what did you do to my hair? When we were traveling full time, you would cut my hair all the time. And you do it in the middle of nowhere.
Let's not say all the time.
Well, I mean, but like you cut my hair,
yeah.
right? And when we moved out here, when we bought our land, you were like, I'm going on strike.
Well, I said I wasn't going to cut anybody's hair.
That's right. You were like, I'm done cutting hair for a while. And I was like, cool, I guess I'm growing my hair out. And that's where we're at still, 3 years later.
It's been a really long time. 3 years since I cut your hair.
I think
I trimmed
you did give me a little trim, yes. But we don't count that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Are we gonna like shave it off at the end of the house?
I don't know.
Shave everything?
I know, it's kind of become like my thing, so I don't know.
I keep telling him you should dread it, because it's actually really long.
Maybe that's the next evolution.
I mean, if you don't brush it, you might as well dread it, right? That's how I view it. That's how I got dreads.
Okay, so someone's asking about the exterior of the solar shed.
Yes, that's another thing that we have to do.
Yeah.
Like, soon.
Yeah, because, I mean, monsoon's coming soon. We're going to be doing stucco, essentially. That means we are going to have to peel off the earthen plaster that's coming off before we stucco it. So, who knows? Maybe we'll end up just having, like, a month of stucco. Stucco the chicken garden and the Casa de Caca.
When I think about how many bags of stucco, it stresses me out.
We might have to like mix it ourselves. I'm gonna have to buy it in bulk and mix it ourselves.
We tried that on the chicken garden. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I mean but we didn't get the right stuff, like actual wash sand and everything. You know. Anyway.
We did. I got mortar sand and we mixed it. That was the first stucco that we did. Anyway, I don't think so.
Here's a good question for the chicken garden. If we didn't stucco the inside, would the chickens like pick at it and ruin the bags and stuff?
I don't think so.
There's not a lot of bugs left in there. I don't know that they would, but we've actually got it mostly covered with a base coat anyway.
If they were like super bored and didn't have food, maybe, but I don't think they would. I've never seen them like do that to the back of the feed shed or the garage. They're looking for bugs. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Let's see. Someone says, are you saying you aren't putting out any new videos for a couple of weeks? A week, 2 weeks? I don't know.
1 or 2 weeks. We don't know yet.
We gotta get some stuff done. Yeah.
It depends on how fast we can get this bathroom done.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. That's another thing. People say, oh my gosh, it takes you forever to build anything. It does. Well, because we're recording. Like it's a huge process to like stop what you're doing and record. Like if we were just building, we would be done so fast.
Well, maybe. I think that's part of it, but also we are building naturally, so it goes, it's different than like a traditional stick frame build. But also, I think it's important to show that things don't like there's a lot of great and we have a few videos of like full builds where it's like you can watch for 30 minutes or an hour and you can see a project go from start to finish, and that's great, and it feels good, and it's fun, but like realistically, if this is something you want to do, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and like even if you're building a stick frame house, I mean, it's still months and months of work to build that thing from the ground up. And so
we did what I was just saying, like,
Yeah.
we had somebody say, I could have built that bathroom in a weekend. Yeah, if it was stick frame, but like
maybe
the whole point of us doing it this way is practice for the house, building with our land, like
Right.
being as eco-conscious as we can.
I think there's a difference too between building the cheapest, most utilitarian thing you can possibly build as quickly as possible,
Compared to building art.
that's just not us. Like, if we're gonna spend time building something, we're gonna make it beautiful and functional, but like it's gonna be something that we are gonna sit back and look at and be proud of 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna remember switching that bottle out,
Yeah.
or we're gonna remember how we had to do this weird thing to it, or this weird thing to it.
I think a lot of people forget, or maybe aren't as concerned with the art aspect as we are.
Sure. Yeah, and that's fine.
We do want our property to be a place that you can walk around and just be like, wow, that is like a gorgeous structure.
Yeah.
And I've never seen something like that. And, like I just want it to feel almost like you're walking in a park and you're like, oh my gosh, this is, this building is amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, if people that want to build like that, that's fine, but I think people that come to us and then they're like, well, why are you doing, like, you're just kind of missing the point. Like, this is just who we are and that's what we're doing, and it's part of our dream, and, like, just
It's
who
going
we
to take
are.
a while to get there, but we're going to get there.
Yeah. And we are getting faster.
I know.
I
I
mean-
mean, this has been 30 days of work, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Okay, are we going to get any other livestock? We've been talking about this, guys, but here's the problem.
No. Don't start out with the problem.
Okay,
Let's start out with what livestock we would like to get.
Cow.
I would love to get a cow.
Yeah.
Not a dairy cow yet.
Mm-mm.
I would love to raise a steer for meat.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have a little more property, we could do that, but it's like the infrastructure. We'd have to fence off the property. We'd have to build a mobile shelter.
Some other building, and then you got to
And
get
then
water.
more feed. Where would the more feed go?
How to store it and how
Yeah.
to transport it from where we store it to the actual animal.
So it's like
and-
we would need another feed shed, a gator, or like some kind of ATV
Yeah.
to get around.
Yeah.
We would need fencing. We would need.
Here's
This is our problem.
well, yeah, because we came out here and we got animals really quick,
Mhm.
and what we realized is that there's infrastructure that has to be put in place, and then there's just feed, and like it is very like a lot of people have this sort of romantic idea that having your own chickens or pigs or whatever is cheaper than going to the grocery store, and it's not.
Well, I
Like,
think it also depends on where you live.
well,
Like we don't have a pasture like they have in Tennessee where they can just rotate the animals.
but either way, to take care of those animals, to house those animals, to do all the things you need to do to take care of those animals,
Minerals.
it is not. It's expensive, and and the cost per egg or per pound of beef or whatever isn't necessarily a huge cost savings from.
Not at all.
No, it's usually
We're
more
paying
expensive.
way more.
But it's also because you're putting what you know into the animal, so you're getting hopefully cleaner food. You know exactly what's in it. But yeah, it's not like a cut and dry situation where it's like, oh yeah, if we have a farm, all our food's going to be basically free because it's like we're growing it ourselves. No, it's not. It's it's expensive to do it.
I think later on, like, if you have a greenhouse and you have all these things, it's
a lot of upfront investments.
Yeah.
So anyway, the other thing is like we're about to build a house, right? And so like even if we just got a cow, there's like all these things that
It's
come
not
with
just
it.
getting a cow. It's more time with chores, more time with getting more feed, more time with fixing problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it creates, it's like a whole domino effect. Yeah.
So maybe once the house is done.
Once the house is done, we have lots of plans for different livestock. But we're really trying to hold off on getting a bunch more animals. Right.
I know. We said we weren't going to, but like it was like a really good opportunity to get the pigs. And we know it's a short time frame.
And we're kind of already set up for them because we
Yeah.
had pigs before. Yeah. And I think the other problem too is we're getting so much goat milk still that we can't like process it. We can't.
We were doing really good there, like we were having way too much ice cream. We were making ice cream and cheese and mozzarella and all these things.
But then that's like
It's taking
hours
time
that you have to spend, or Adelaide has to spend doing that instead of going to work on our project.
Right.
So now we can take
If
some
we
of that
have
milk
extra,
and just give it to the pigs.
Yeah, if
and
we
that
have
helps.
extra, we're just growing bacon.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So yeah, it made sense for us
Yeah.
to do all that to say. That was a really long-winded
really
explanation.
long. Yeah.
Jeez.
What
Sorry.
happened?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Also, remember that I have to leave at 8. So.
That's right. She has to leave at 8, dentist appointment. So keep us on
Orthodox.
task, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. How are the Vajiga, the garden beds. Veggiega. The raised garden beds.
They're
metal
doing really
raised
good.
Yeah.
I didn't get all the plants I wanted, and I planted several seeds, but I think the birds are getting them because I haven't seen any sprout.
Yeah. I mean, you had the hardwood cloth, but it wasn't completely enclosed. But I haven't seen a lot of birds on it.
They're
Have
there
you?
in the morning.
Are they? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, so the whole Oya watering system,
Mhm.
do you feel like that is enough water?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because I think if I could mulch up this is another thing I need to do. I have all these limbs over here that I need to mulch and put on the beds. We've been saying that since February. We need to mulch these trees up. And so if I had time to do that, then that would also help keep that moisture in. I only have to refill those buckets one time a week, which has been great. And I have been watering like once or twice if I feel like they need it.
So you've had to add a little bit more water.
Just a little bit, like once or twice a week.
Yeah. Okay.
And I only do that because I've been putting more plants in.
Right.
So like I want them to like really get established when I put more plants in.
So it seems like it's doing pretty well to answer your question, but we're still not 100% sure if the Oyas provide enough water, or if we put in enough Oyas, like maybe
that's what I'm wondering.
enough.
Maybe we needed more based on how many plants I want to put in there.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Still figuring it out. It's all a big experiment.
Let's see. Yes, it is Goblin Valley. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Random callback. Earlier in the video. Yes, Goblin Valley. Yeah.
Okay. This sounded weird, didn't it? For a little bit.
Someone said, I watched your video with the thumbnail of the lights and didn't see them. You gotta watch to the end.
It's at the end of the video.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You hear that?
No.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Nobody's asking questions. I'm sorry. What about rabbits or quails?
No.
Quails. Did I say quails?
Quail?
That's not right.
I don't think it's plural.
It's
I
not.
think you just say quail.
I know. I don't know why I said quails.
Quails?
We had rabbits. Wasn't
It's too
worth.
hot.
They're expensive. You gotta feed them, and then what do you do with them?
Well, the idea was meat, but then we were like,
don't
I
really
don't know
wanna
if I
eat-
want to eat a rabbit.
That's just not our thing. Yeah. So anyway.
Anyway, so no, I have no plans for quail.
Patricia sent us money towards a pizza oven attachment.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much. We're gonna have to go look at that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
My long-term plan is to build a pizza oven,
Like
like a cob
a
oven.
cob one. I know, guys.
There's so many
eventually
things I want to
we
do.
want like a huge outdoor kitchen with like its own pizza oven.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some cool stuff.
Probably multiple pizza ovens because I want like a big pavilion where the community like. This is my big dream.
Oh no, we're talking about the Pizza Fridays.
Big dreams.
Okay.
I want to have Pizza Friday here on our property for friends and community to like, I don't know, so that the community has a place to come and like get to know each other. And anyway, my dream is I make all the pizza dough. And then we have 2 pizza ovens and like picnic tables and like a shelter and lights up and everything. And like that's like a Friday thing. Like if you need a meal, come to the Pizza Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's
a big
5
dream.
years later. We got to build a house first.
We do have to build.
Yeah.
And the bathroom is part of this vision. Like it's like when people come to the property, like we have facilities for people.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good question. Have we found an efficient way to mulch mesquite? So here's what we've learned. You cannot mulch it right after you cut it. You got to let it sit for a couple of months and dry out, and then it'll go through.
Yeah, we tried to do it. Someone said to do it like right after.
Yeah, they were like, it'll work better.
No.
It doesn't.
Maybe it works better with other trees, but mesquite branches, no.
Those things are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just coming in like, it looked like something had just munched on it. Like it was like a big piece of limb just, chewed up limb.
Someone says, how do I become a supporter of your channel?
Oh, that's a great idea.
There's a couple of ways. YouTube has ways built in where you can send us a little tip. Somebody just did that a minute ago. If you want to be part of our Tiny Shiny Homies community, that's like a monthly thing. Just go to tinyshinyhome.com/homies. Or if you go to tinyshinyhome.com/support, there's a bunch of links there. You can just do like a one-time thing, or there's lots of ways to support us.
Or tinyshinyhome.com/support.
Support. Or you know what? You can just subscribe and hit the like button and leave comments, and all of it helps.
Yeah, like if you just watch a video, that helps.
Totally. Let's see. How are the swales doing? Good. Very good. And it's really interesting to see because remember we bought too many trees for our berm and swale project. And we had to put trees on the berm, but also on the back side of the swale. And it's really interesting to see, even though we're drip irrigating both sides, it's very interesting to see how much bigger the trees are in the berm versus the ones that are on the back of the swale. It definitely, that whole idea of it filling, soaking into that berm, it definitely works. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah. I think we've lost a few trees.
Yeah.
There were a few that didn't make it over the winter, and they weren't doing great to begin with anyway because we had bought a bunch and they just like sat on the property for 6 months.
Not 6.
It was a long time.
It's like 4.
But most of them are all starting to come back. Like they've all got new growth. They're looking good. Some of them are
huge.
like really growing, which is really cool. So yeah, it's going good. I can't wait. I mean, once it starts monsooning this summer, I think we're gonna see some crazy growth from all those trees.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about putting an IBC in the cactus garden that has hoses to the 5 trees there so that I don't have to manually do that all the
We
time?
could do oyas. We could get more of the oyas.
No, it needs like a deep water.
Isn't that what the oya is?
No,
No?
that slowly emits water.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I think that would be a good idea so I don't have to haul buckets.
Yeah, it's a problem. I agree. Let's see. Okay, here's a question. Do we find a lot of snakes on our property?
It depends on the time of year. Snakes are definitely out this time of year. We haven't seen any on our property yet this year.
Yeah, I've noticed, like, since we put the fence up and we've been here, this is our 3rd year, we're seeing less and less snakes. Now, the fence technically shouldn't keep anything out, but maybe because it is electrified.
I mean, You said shouldn't keep anything out?
Well, it shouldn't keep snakes out because snakes could just go underneath. But maybe that electrical
I wonder if
energy
they just
is
sense
just, they're just like, I don't want to mess with it.
it. Yeah.
Also, I think just because we're here and we've got
Animals.
chickens and like they're running around all the time, like, I don't know. We've definitely had the cats go after a couple. That was fun. But also I think this time of year, because we're so high elevation, they just aren't here yet.
They're here. You see them on the road.
I see them on the road, but for some reason they don't come here. So I don't know. We haven't seen one in a while. It's been a while. Yeah.
Our first year,
it's a lot.
we had 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was raw land. Like nobody'd been out here
Yeah.
ever. So
I do wish I had gotten the other part of the property trimmed up. Like it's got really tall grass on it.
yeah.
And that makes me a little nervous with the dogs. Just have to watch them.
Are we considering fruit or nut trees?
We have some mulberry trees. I have dreams of having trees, but again, that's like much more water that we need to provide for them.
It's a very long term.
And again, we want all of our time and money to go to the house right now.
I can't wait till we get past the house, and then we can really like do some really fun, interesting things. I mean, not that the house won't be fun and interesting, but like in terms
so many
of
other things that we want to do.
Of that, infrastructure, homesteady, farmstead thing, like things that will increase food production and things like that.
Like a greenhouse.
Yeah, we'll get to all that. Just give us a little time.
Give us 10 more
Just
years.
give us a little time. Important question: does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Well,
no.
I mean,
no. However,
I'm not opposed to it.
However, there was this place in, where were we?
Maine?
No.
Are you talking about the blueberry?
No.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
There was a place, I think we were visiting Yellowstone maybe. Anyway, we went, where's the place with all the antlers? There's like a big arch of antlers.
Oh, shoot. It's outside of Tetons.
Okay. Do you remember the pizza place that we went?
I can't remember the name of the town.
Somebody's gonna know it.
Yeah.
A huge arch of elk antlers. Anyway, there's a pizza place there that we went to that had, it was like pineapple and some kind of a ham and cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, yeah, real good. But I don't think it had tomato
Jackson
sauce.
Hole, that's it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think pineapple should have a red sauce.
Oh, interesting.
Because it was like a white sauce.
Okay. Right.
With the cilantro and pineapple. Okay. It was just different and really good. However, sorry, excuse me. In Maine, when you visit Maine, what's the place in Maine that we went to? What's the national park?
Acadia.
We were there like during peak blueberry season, and there was a pizza place that had a blueberry, balsamic, and feta. Oh.
Which sounds super weird, but it was really good.
And I made that at home once we picked berries in Maine.
I'm pretty sure if you go to our website and you search pineapple blueberry pizza, there's an article in there somewhere where you took pictures and you made it.
Yeah. It was really good.
Someone asked, what is our recipe for stucco? We were buying it pre-mixed.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we just need it to not fail.
It's also, it already has the fiber in it. Like, we'd have to buy so many separate things and figure out a ratio.
And find a place to store it in bulk individually and then mix it on the fly. Yeah,
it's so much easier just to add water.
The one that we're using, though, it's made by Quikrete, and basically it's Portland and lime and fiberglass
strands.
Yeah. And I mean, it seems like it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's very sticky.
Like it doesn't fall off.
Right.
The only bad thing about that is we either need to tint the stucco or we have to paint the structure because we don't want a gray stucco colored building.
Yeah. we got some people that must be just joining us. They're asking us when we're starting our home, and they're asking us what are we going to stucco and where we're going to stucco. So we'll backtrack real quick. We are pausing our daily videos for a little bit so we can finish the Casa de Caca and hopefully get some other things done here on the homestead, but also we want to finish the outhouse and maybe do a little stucco work before we get into the house build because there's just too many things like in our heads. Yeah. But I mean, stucco wise, we do still need to stucco the chicken garden, the rest of the chicken garden. We need to stucco the outhouse, and in the solar shed, you've probably seen the stuff's peeling off, so we're gonna have to stucco at least part of it to protect it.
I think we're just gonna peel off the south and west side because that's the side that gets hit with the rains.
Yeah.
And that's the only sides that are messed up. So I think we'll have to have some people over to help us peel that off. And then I don't think it would take super long to go ahead and stucco that, but I mean it's a lot. It's just so much time.
With the sprayer, like it goes pretty fast. I was kind of surprised how much. I mean, we've only stuccoed like 3 days on the chicken garden, and it's already like a third finished, I think.
The outer wall.
The outer wall, yeah. So I mean, it went fast. Like it wouldn't take that long if we just kind of got to it and did it a couple of days.
We're also coming up on the hottest part of the year, and coming into monsoons in the next couple months. So like we're in a really hard time crunch to get things done.
Yeah, because we've had people asking us for so long, like, why are you not stuccoing? Why are you not finishing? It's because it's been too cold. Like, even though we're, mid-May, like, it's just now to the point where in the mornings it's above 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to stucco when it's going to be below 40 for 24 hours after you put it on. So we've been waiting all winter and even all spring. It's been a weird spring. Like so usually it's not this cool. It's been really nice. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like it's just now to that point. And then we probably got a month or two before monsoon starts. So like we do have a very small window if we're going to stucco stuff.
I feel like we need to get the bathroom done, get all of our stucco stuff done as much as we can before the monsoon. And then we can be working on the house in monsoon season.
Yeah. Totally.
Which also will suck, but but it's a lot easier to do that than try to stucco during monsoon.
Yeah. Crystal sent us $20 to get blueberries for her next pizza. Thank you.
I should do a little recipe about that. We haven't had that for years. Last time I made it was when we were traveling, so
yeah,
it's been a long time.
Sorry. Any future plans or projects with the other local homesteaders?
Yeah, actually, last weekend we are working on a community project. It's a little different than what we're usually doing.
Yeah.
We're helping a family remodel a mobile home.
Yeah, it's an old mobile. It's a long story. We don't want to get into it for privacy, but basically there's a family that needed a home. It was kind of an emergency, and somebody donated an old mobile home, but it was in really rough shape. So our barn raisers community is going in and we're getting it fixed up so that they can live in it.
Yeah, so we were there last weekend and we got this weekend, and hopefully we get a hand over Saturday.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really cool.
So here's a random plug. We have a special email list for work days, workshops, meetups, and that's at tinyshinyhome.com/meetup. And so we actually emailed everybody on our list to come and help work on this project, even if they weren't necessarily part of this community, because we needed so many hands. So if you're on that list, random stuff like this might pop up occasionally.
Yeah, so, definitely something that we want to continue helping.
Yeah. We really need to do like an actual meetup sometime.
Yeah, we should do that at the coffee shop.
We do.
We'll need to talk to
Thomas. Yeah, so if you want to like meet up in person, or like we don't do a lot of individual tours anymore. We just get too many requests for that. But we've created this email list so that if we are going to do a work day or workshop, or if we are just going to get together somewhere and just kind of hang out, it's a way to let those specific people know and not let like everybody on the internet know where we're going to be.
Right.
Because we don't like that. But yeah, if you want to, like, if that's something you're interested in, or if you're ever going to like be coming through the area, that's the list to get on so that so we can let you know when we're going to do something like that. Yep.
What do you think about, this is just random.
Okay.
Are you allowed
Okay.
to listen? I didn't know if you were still reading.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, do you think that we should have, like, maybe, like, in peak monsoon season, what if we did open up our property to, like, have a tour? Like, once a year thing.
Maybe.
Possibly.
But also, monsoon season is when it can be very difficult to get here. and we can't control it, so we don't want people to, like, get stuck in the mud trying to get here.
Okay, sometime.
I don't know.
We
We'll
should
think about it.
consider.
We'll think about it. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, Sandy.
Sandy, thanks, Sandy. Someone asked if we're able to add closed captions. So the way YouTube works is that when we upload a video, they scan it and they create the captions. And for a live video, I don't know if they do it real time or if
I think it comes later.
I think it comes after because they got to process everything. But if you come back and watch this as a replay, the closed captioning should be on, as far as we know. It's not something that we can do ourselves, but thankfully YouTube does provide
What
that.
happened?
Oh, nothing. That's
Okay.
People keep showing up late, asking about the Berman swale again. Guys, we just talked about it.
I mean, maybe we should go out and show them the Berman soil.
No, you got to go soon.
I
We
do
don't have
have
time
to
for a
leave.
field trip right now.
Yeah.
Berman swale doing good.
We'll do some shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do some shorts and show progress as we're taking our time off.
Okay, so here's what we can do.
Okay.
As we're getting close to the end of this, I would love to hear from you all if we're going to do shorts while we're taking some time off. What kind of shorts would you like to see? Like, what kind of things would you like to hear about? Let us know in the comments.
I think they just want to see the Berman swale.
Well, we'll do Berman swale update, but
Maybe we can do little sneak peeks of the progress on the bathroom and animals. And...
yeah. So here's a good question. Will you be inviting people to a workshop that will help you with the house build? Maybe.
We've gone back and forth on this. That's kind of why we built the bathroom, so that we could do workshops.
Yeah.
But it's also our house.
It's a tough line. Yeah, like we would love to do more workshops and do more educational stuff for other buildings. I'm not sure about the house just because
We're gonna be real particular.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that at a workshop, maybe people would be like, "Oh my gosh, they don't let me do whatever." like we're just gonna be very particular on
We'll
this.
be like, wait, let me do
Let
that.
me
real
tamp
quick.
that
Let
real
me
quick.
fix that real quick. You didn't put enough dirt. Like I don't
don't want
know.
to be like that.
Yeah. Maybe it would be okay on some of the lower levels, like low
That's
to mid
another
levels.
thing. Like it's gonna be dangerous because part of it is pretty high, and so it's another. We're considering it.
That I'll have to say there will definitely be more workshops in the future. I just don't know if it'll be on the house.
Maybe we should just like.
We're still
loosen
thinking
up.
about it. Yeah.
Maybe we're too uptight about it. But it's like it's our forever house. Like we just. Yeah.
Okay, shorts. Let's see. People said shorts on cooking and the animals.
I could do some cooking.
Someone
ones.
said bloopers. That's
Oh
fine.
jeez. Too many.
Family stuff. Sneak peeks, individual chores, and shenanigans. I like shenanigans.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of shenanigans. That's a good job. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly. Yeah.
Good to know.
What else? What
I'm
else?
gonna have to go soon. Is there
Yeah.
any questions before I have to depart?
Depart. Let's see. Aquaponics? Maybe one day.
There's so many things I want to get into.
Like we said, once the house is done, we can go full nerd.
Yeah.
In all different directions.
Yeah.
But
right now, my mind is only focused on the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I know my next focus is going to be stucco. And then my next focus can be house. I try not to even think about anything else other than what I'm working on right now. I just can't. It gets me too overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, we're waiting on this. And, it's too many things to think about. I need to just stay focused on the one thing and get it done.
Yeah. And I mean, but the problem is we can't do one thing at a time. So like I'm already knee deep in like trying to figure out.
We didn't talk about the septic hole.
Yeah. Septic is going in.
Thing. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
like this is another reason. Like we've been working on getting our septics ready for the house, and like that's been a huge process.
The holes are dug. We had to prep the main hole. They're supposed to be coming in the next couple of days to actually put the tank in, and then we're actually gonna hook it all up ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is.
Wish us luck.
We're just trying to save some money, do it ourselves. We have most of the materials. So that's going on in addition to and that's got to be tied in to the Casa de Caca.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like all these different things going on, which is why we need to like really focus for a couple of weeks and really get some things done. And then we'll get back to making videos.
It's just a lot of time consuming things that take us away from making video. We'll still be recording it. We just can't take the time to edit right then.
Right. Yeah, we'll be recording all the things that we're doing during our break, but just not putting out the videos.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. Hold on, there's more questions.
No.
We still got 8 minutes to answer questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I have a hard out at 8.
This is, what do you call the lightning round?
Okay.
The lightning round. Okay, here we go. How long do you think it will take to build the house? No idea.
So long.
Can mesquites be used as lumber building material?
Not ours.
You'd have to have some pretty big mesquites. And mesquites...
Take a long time.
Unless you got, like, just massive ones. Also, the limbs are all just... It'd be really hard to get, like, a board out of anything.
Well, there are places that have slabs of mesquite.
Like huge
But
ones.
Typically, like, this is a big slab of mesquite.
Yeah.
A 2-foot section is like a rarity.
Yeah. Probably not for lumber. I could see you being able to use it for like accents or maybe some small things.
Small table.
Yeah.
Or coasters.
Right. Will the house be one story? I think we can say that, yeah. Not a big fan of multi-level hyper adobe.
I don't think that's the wisest thing.
I mean, you could do it, but it just doesn't seem like we don't want anything super tall. We want to still see the mountains. Like we don't want to ruin our view.
Low profile as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will the home be hyper adobe? Yes, it will.
Yep.
So, okay, I'll just say this real quick. Lots of people keep asking about homeschooling. It's just not something we talk about a lot. It's our thing. It's what we do. It's the kids' thing.
I will never be the person that gives advice on homeschooling.
No.
But yes, we homeschool our kids.
Just, sorry we're ignoring you. It's just not something that we talk at length about. It's just kind of something that we keep private.
Yep.
But yes, we do homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'll say. Let's see.
Oh, thanks, John.
Oh, John, thank you. Thanks for helping us. Every
Yes.
little bit helps. We have
It's
a lot of things to do coming up. Holy smokes. Yeah. Okay, have we considered an Earthship? We've answered this question a lot.
Yes. I love Earthships. But our south view is not the best view. And we don't have a hill. And I don't want to create a fake hill.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. there's
Be careful what you say.
I'm not sure they're all are cracked up to be. I would like to go be in one. But we've heard from some people who actually live in them that they're not necessarily as awesome as they are portrayed on the internet. That's all I'll say. That's not to say I wouldn't want to make one.
I just don't know that I would use tires. I love the idea of, recycling, but I don't love the idea of living in something that's leaching out tire.
Yeah, you could totally do the back wall with earth bags.
Yeah.
That would work.
There's somebody out here doing that, actually.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it could be cool to make like a small, almost like a greenhouse type deal, but I don't think we're not going to build a house that way. No.
Not unless we come across some land with like a really great south view
and some natural hills.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Is like it would take so much dirt just to build up the back wall. I don't know. It doesn't make sense in the flat desert, I don't think. But like if you were in like a hilly area, use what you got, right? Yeah. It just doesn't make sense for our particular land.
I will say though that since the bathroom is down like 3.5 feet into the ground, it is really cool in there. Like temperature wise, it's very cool. And so that makes me wonder if we should use some kind of a cooling feature for the house by going underground with tubes as a cooling feature.
Yeah, that's totally a thing.
Yeah.
We could try that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Are we gonna stop early? Is that what we're doing?
I just have to get a bunch of stuff ready, and I have to make a shake before I go.
Okay.
And I have to...
All right. Everyone, we got to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It was good to see you all before we take a little break.
Yeah.
I mean, a break.
Yeah, people are like, are you going to go on vacation?
No.
No. We're going to be here working our butts off.
Yeah.
It's not a break for us. It's a break for you.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, remember, if you want to keep getting some of those updates, it could become a homie.
Could become a homie.
We'll do some shorts here and there, but I think the homie stuff will be more like
in depth.
Here's what we actually have gotten done this week or
for
whatever.
Sure.
So anyway, that's all.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for watching, and
it's early.
Yeah, thanks for showing up this early. For those of you on the West Coast, thanks for watching our crazy adventures. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for subscribing and commenting.
That's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things.
Oh, somebody just walked by.
Okay. Kids are doing laundry. Yeah, so you got to go.
Yeah.
And I got to go.
Yep.
And we got to go.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.